And a one fish, two fish, and a one fish, two fish, and a red fish, blue 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 fish. The latency is really good on Twitch. Is really good on. Let's check the YouTube. Really good on Twitch. Is really good on. Let's check the YouTube. Not as good on YouTube. Really good on Twitch. Is really good on. Let's check the YouTube. Not as good on YouTube, but still, I guess not intolerable. All right. Happy Twilight Zone Day. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up on that outfit we started on Saturday. I'm gonna redo some stuff. I like the way the top is looking. We are gonna put something underneath this. These came out too thin. My measurement was off. These are like 5.9 millimeters in width. These came out to 3.9. And those 2 millimeters are making a big difference. Also, we're going to add a little bit of a thong thing to go underneath that as well. So we're going to redo these. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make this angle sharper so that this is shorter and comes up further. And then when we do the lines through, and the larger this gets, the more that has to go across. So I'm probably going to make that thinner. We're probably going to get a lot fewer in here. I should measure, I can't measure that now. You know what, we're going to do this. I'm going to set it up like so. We'll do a polygon, and I'll just do bloop and bloop, and then we'll just come back around. Like so. Yo, Napsmore, how are you doing? Of course the thong's off. Of course it will have a separate material zone. So you can, I don't know, I'll probably make a map file that'll let you turn it off too. All right, I'm getting rid of these. We're going to redo these because they're too thin. Also, in Substance, it's really difficult to. The 3D pen can only be used in 3D space, but I think I've got a workaround that I can make it work in 2D space. There's a reason for the air quotes. I'm going to try that today too. So we're going to try to get this done because I want to get into Substance and work on it today. And my critical measurement on this is this one here. I can't make this line any longer. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a measurement here. I can make it a little shorter. So our target for that's going to be 200. But what I want is I want this to be shorter. So now that this is longer, we're going to have to just kind of make up for that by pulling this back down this way. And that's going too far, I think. And then we'll just kind of maybe pull you back. See how this goes. And then this, I'm just going to pull this until, right about there is good. We'll do a change length on that. No, I'm not. I'm going to just eyeball this in here. We'll zoom in a little bit. And I just need to pull you out just a little bit. We're aiming to get that to be 200 or so. Doesn't have to be exact. It can't be larger than, say, 206, though. I'm going the wrong way. 202 is probably going to work. I'm going to mirror copy this. Nope, that's the wrong thing. I meant the Control D thing. There we go. Linked edit. So we do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm remembering to do this time. We're going to just sew those right together. And then this is going to get sewn into here. So we're going to kind of just do it like this. Come up in here and put that into there. And then this one. Well, that's the problem with my linked editing. Because you want to linked edit. I don't need this to be linked edit. I'm going to break the link editing on this. Because I'm happy with that belt. That waist is looking good. And then what we want to do is then this gets attached back to here. Oh, he said sit. We got to get rid of that. Boop. Boop, boop, be doop. I got to give you a shout out, man. Hold on. I'm focused. I'm focused. There's my. There we go. Okay, I want to set these up and see how they're working out. I did this on the wrong side. let's let's give Napsmore the shout out before we move on. There we go. So we're going to do. So I don't. I sewed this to the. These need to be. No, 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 no. They're right. They're right. It comes around this way and back up the other way. Okay, we're good. Never mind. I accidentally did this right. So it's going to kind of loop around through there. I'm going to move this around to the back. We're going to recut our strips to be about 5'9". I thought that was my target before, but apparently I went with 3'9". All right, let's see how this goes. I'm going to freeze everything else for right now. I know that it all turned blue. It all turned blue. Why are you? I'm going to worry about that in a minute. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, that's totally too short now. Did I trace this properly? So we want these to be hanging out about here so that it swings up in front of the crotch. So I'm just going to lengthen these out and then we'll resim and see if we're in the ballpark yet. It twisted itself, didn't it? I knew it was going to do that. It does that whenever I do something like this, whenever I lengthen something and it's overlapping. So what I think I want to do is make this wider. See, this is still looks too long, but that's, and I don't want to change this target length. So let's just do that. And we were at 202.5, so we're just going to pull this back this way. I can't see that. 203. That's probably close enough right now. And I still need to get these to be longer. I'm going to pull that out so that when we lengthen it up, okay, we'll put another 100 millimeters in there. I think I'm going to take a little bit out of that. See where we end up. I think that's going to be fine. I still want this to be shorter. And I'm starting to think I should probably just make them a little bit shorter as we go. And I'll do all of that before we flip it. And then I'll undo the linked editing, and then I can link edit these to the others and flip them, and I can bring back the linked editing on that maybe. I don't know. And yeah, is that going to be good enough? I think maybe a little bit more. And we got to tweak that now back to like 2025. I can't see you. 202.8. That's pretty close. 3/10 of a millimeter. I'm not going to whine about that. And now this is 2. You know what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to shorten these up after I get this sewn in. Because that's too, this is good, but this is too long, but I really don't want to make that angle any worse. So let's go with this. All right, let's do the distribute internal lines. My target distance is 5.9. Nope, that's not the wrong, that's the wrong thing. Oh, this has got to be 5.9. Let me see if I can just type in 5.9 there, if that works. Nope. I'm going to cancel that, and we're going to retry this. I've apparently distribute internal lines between segments. Okay. You know, we're just going to crank this up until it gets about 6 or 5.9, 5.8. I'm going to go a little bit larger than a little bit smaller. I'm going to say okay to that. We're going to cut those up. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut those up now. And then I can start kind of planning on resizing these. So we'll just do a cut on those. And then we'll just do this and see how it falls. And then the plan is to start making these shorter. So I'm going to work with the first one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a guide object in here, and then I can just kind of size the others to that. Is what the plan is. So we're just going to, so I'm just going to take this and get it so that it sits up right about in here somewhere. And then after we do that, we can adjust the rest of them. So hopefully they get a nicer, I'm not dropping down far enough in front of the crotch there though. So we're going to make this longer because I want the drop to come at least through here before I get too far away. And you know what? I'm just going to move all of these forward. And we'll just go ahead and add a bunch of, I'm going to add back that 1, 2, and maybe a little bit more, 3. Let's see where that's lining up. See, I like that. That's good. That's got me some. Okay, so now we're just going to adjust this. I think they're getting all tangled on each other, though. Oh, can I reset all you guys? Hopefully they're not intertwined with each other. That would be really annoying. Yo, Charles, just got home. All right, we'll see you when you get back. CS Bond has entered the building. My phone made a noise. Why'd you make a noise? Okay, stop that. Oh, good. The command only appeared once in your chat. Excellent. All right, let's tweak so that this ends up about here. So turn that off, and we're just going to take this edge right here, and I'm just going to run it this way until I'm happy. See, that looks so much better. I think a little, given the length in here, I think maybe a little bit shorter still. I should probably, when I get this done, duplicate it, so if I have to change it. Actually, I probably just have to redo the whole thing. Never mind. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So I'm going to draw a shape in here that's going to act as a guide. So we're just going to draw so that I have a diagonal here. Now kind of give me an idea of where I got to line all the rest of these up. So hopefully they spread out a little evenly. I probably really need a curve, but I'm not sure which way to do that. If it would curve out like this or if it curve out like this. So I'm just going to do straight for right now. And we're just going to do that with a polygon. And I'm just going to draw that through there and there. Come up this way and this way. And I'll connect it up like that. And we'll move it to the back. There's a way to do that somehow. I don't do this a whole lot, so I can't remember where it is. So we're going to order this to the back. There it is, order. Send to back. That way we can see the other patterns. And then I can just line these points up with that. So we're going to do that. Just like that. And I'm just going to check and we'll see how this. And then if we have to, we'll go through and. Although they seem to be, I don't know if they're getting caught on each other or if they're just falling through. I think that's just friction. Oh, and I'm so happy with how that looks. So, so we're heading in the right direction on this. All right, stop that, and then I'll just do the rest. I'm going to just give myself more room to work in here. Oh, you know what I did? I probably measured this edge when I was measuring the 5.9 and ended up with 3.9 instead. That was a mistake. Probably not. Why would I have done that? I don't know. And then once I get this done, we're going to set it up to do the other side, which will be basically be copying this. And you know what? That's probably good enough. All right, let's see how we're looking. I'm going to strengthen those all up so they hold a nicer shape. We'll just do a Control H on that. All right, here we go. And we'll just chillax while it pulls itself. See that one there is kind of stuck on stuff. I don't mind a little bit of weird overlapping, which is probably going to be fine. Let me see if I can flatten these out and I don't need these crawling underneath that like that. So that we got to fix. And I got to double check and make sure that none of this is doing that. Yo, Charles is in the house, baby. So I'm going to Control F this. We'll stop that. Control F. So did you all snap into shape? Of course not, because Control F, while it is the shortcut key, it didn't do anything. Because half the time it likes to ignore my shortcut keys. Because why not? Okay, we're doing that. I'm going to right click on all of this. We're going to reset. See that? See that? It says Control F. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Now what I'm going to do is reposition this and we'll let it simulate from a nice flat position. So let's grab U's, these U's. And we're going to just kind of line you up like that. Turn you around backwards. Bring you to the back. We'll double check and make sure this gravity's off. Actually, gravity's probably on right now. I think I'm going to leave gravity on. Never mind. And we'll just kind of bring you out like that. And let's see how this goes. It's everything I dreamt it would be. So, okay, so that's what I wanted it to do. I've got a little bit of a goofball hanging out there. But that looks good. I like that. Yo, Willie, how are you doing? Good evening, even noon to you too, compadre. All right, get all right. Let's get you positioned like that. We're working on this stringy outfit that I haven't decided what to call it yet. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to unlink all my editing on these because I'm going to redo linked editing. I want to relink. Can I reinstall? Can I redo the linked editing on that? You are mirrored. What the hell are you talking about? I'm going to redo this. We're going to link edit this puppy back into shape. Yeah, because that's not linking. And I haven't got anything sewed to this yet, so that's fine. I don't want linked editing on that. Never mind. I'm just going to duplicate these and then sew them in over here. Um, I got a little bugaboo right there I'm going to fix though. Ah, excuse me. Let's take, see, now it's confused. Let's unfreeze you. Let me do that so that this works out. You know what? I got solidify on you. Let's unsolidify. And I'm going to go ahead and strengthen you. That's better. Got rid of that little bugaboo. We're good to go. So, because what I want to do is, oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt. I should just redo this the way I did the first one. Because I don't want to sew this to this line. I want to sew this up a line so that it wants to kind of be on top. Yeah, I'm gonna rebuild this shape. I have an idea what to do. I think if I grab every other point, we can maybe adjust it a little. Or if I just, because I have to sew all of these individually, it's going to be quicker to do. I should have made a copy of this before I cut it. Oh well. Actually, if I mirror this, it'll sew into here and that'll probably be okay. We're going to do that. All right. So are you linked edited now? Did I do that? Cancel that. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to duplicate this over. So that's linked. We're going to unfreeze these. Maybe if I can get them selected. Unfreeze. Do that. Okay, these need to be sewn together. Yes, good. All right. Now the trick is grab these, duplicate them like so. And then I'm going to grab the two parts and pull them out. And they should sew into this. So we'll start. And you are the back, so just slide you back a little bit so you're sitting above like that. And we'll grab the other side. Slide you out so you're sitting above. I think we're good to go. Let's see how this works. Nice. I think I'm happy with that. You're a little twisted. All right, we're going to stop this. I'm going to unstrengthen all of these. All right, I think we're going to be fine with that. Okay, now we're going to add the thong, and we're going to add a simple top. It's basically going to be kind of a strap or a band. Although I'm going to give it a little bit of, we're going to make it a little wider around the breast and thinner when it goes around the back. And we'll just connect it in the back. Just so we have some modesty. Although Sarah will never use it. But it will be an option. And we're going to run rhinestones on these strings. And I have to come up with a really clever way to do this in what you call it. Ah, anyhow, I'm going to move this out of the way for now. And let's go ahead and deactivate all the strings, and we'll just focus on getting the top in here, the top and the thong. What do we do with this? Deactivate it. Activate. Deactivate pattern and sewing, and then we'll just hide it so we don't have to worry about it. And now I'm going to trace out a avatar pattern, and we're going to come up pretty close to like that. So where's our pen on avatar tool? Right there, 3D pen avatar. So you're going to come like about like so. I'm going to lengthen this out, but for right now, and that's going to end up being straight. And then let me block out. And we'll just run this through the groin. Did you get... Let's try that again. You know what? I think I clicked on that line and I think it screwed stuff up. And then I'll just bring you up through here. You missed. Dang it. Let's try that again. Ah! I swear you screw up one thing and you gotta redo the whole frickin'... I don't like that at all. Where I'm doing that for sure. Let me start down in here. Maybe it's easier if I come up this way first. Am I in the right spot? See, I'm about in the right spot. I'm off-centered. We'll fix that later. Okay, we're good. Let's make our two pattern pieces. Flatten that. That got so much better. Flatten that. All right, we're gonna get rid of these. No, I need these right now. We're gonna trace this out as our pattern. You are... Oh, I got a weird little line in there, don't I? That's okay, you're just a guide. Let's start with, there's going to be a little bit of a curve up on that. Kind of come down here. I'm going to line that up about there. You're going to come to there. You need to be about 5. Which way am I going? I'm going the right way. So we'll just say 5 on that. Actually, I'm going to say 10. Let's say okay to that. And we can get rid of that now. All right, same thing kind of with this. So you're going to come kind of through here. It's probably going to be good enough. Okay, we're going to adjust the length on this to 10. Which way is my arrow going? That way. Good. 10. Okay. Add a little bit of curve to this. So I did say we're going to kind of thong it out. So we're going to put a little bit of a curve in along there. I'm going to put a holding point right about there. Maybe curve you a bit like that. I want to put a slight curve in here. I'm going to tweak that so that says 90. 91, probably close enough. I'm going to put a slight curve in here. Probably good. And then I need to lengthen this up to maybe somewhere in here. Try that. Let's do some unfold. Unfold symmetrical. And I'll do the same thing over here. Like so. All right, now let's see. So this is going to go into the front. Am I getting... I did get symmetrical, yay. And then this goes into the back. Along here. Yay. Okay, and then this gets onto that. And let's position these up. And I'm going to go ahead and freeze this up so they don't try to do anything. I'm probably going to have to tweak. Actually, I should probably tweak this. That's not lining up in the center quite right. So I'm probably going to fork up my... let's put you like that. Bring you around. I think you're solidified. Let's unsolidify you. Is that an option over here? That would have been too easy, right? There's unsolidified. There we go. Looking good. Let's position you so that that seam will go through the leg. That sewing line. Kind of like that. Oops. And let's see how this goes. Okay, I need a little bit more length in there. And I need this to probably be a little thinner. So I think I need to pull you like that, and maybe, well, let's see how that goes. I'm still pulling it down too much. So I still want a little bit more in here. That's probably okay. I'm going to undo that though, because I want to watch the back. And see if this is pulling that down a lot or not. Nope, that's about right. I think we're good. I'm going to put a fold in here to help shape that. Actually, here to here. So I'm going to drop a center line in here. And then what I want to do is I kind of want to put a crease from like about there. So we're going to split that. Split, 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 split. Okay. Now what I can do is I can just put a fold on this segment right here. I got the wrong one. Because given two options, of course, I'm going to select the wrong one. I still got the wrong one. Am I happy with that shape? Do I want to just call that good? I think so. I think I'm going to undo the linked editing on this. It's getting in the way now. There we go. And now I can just select. No, I still got two internal lines in here. I'm going to get rid of one. I'm going to put a split on this one. Oh, no, wait. It's got a split. I think I'm good. I think that it looks like I got more selected than I wanted. Why is that? I don't know. Let's try this. Fold angle. Let's set that to 90. That's going the wrong way. All right, fold angle. Let's set that to 270. That's what I wanted to do. I need to put a. I need to add a line. So anyhow, this is probably a good shape in the front, I think. Although I think it's pulling stuff down a little bit. So maybe we add a little bit more. And I think this is good, but maybe pull you in a little bit more like that. All right, I think I'm good with this. Maybe pull a little bit more out. Where's that other point? You. Maybe we pull you out like so. Bring you out a little bit more like that. I'm pretty close. All right. Through there. Actually, can I remove the linked editing from here? Remove linked editing. I'm going to want to kind of put a seam. You know, I'll just drop the right through the middle. See if that, because right now I probably don't have a good fold in the geometry at that point. My phone make noise. Okay, that's garbage. Gee. All right, let's see how that goes. I think that's about right. I think I can live with that. Let me see if I can just straighten this up a little bit. I'm going to turn wireframe on so I can get that line right on the center line. Show wireframe. I want to see it on the avatar. Show wireframe. There we go. That's what I want. Is I want to kind of get that on that center line there. And you're way off the center. Well, no, you're really close. This is a hot mess because of all the strings. I wish that was more symmetrical. That would have been nice. I am going to cut some trims in here, so let's set those up right now and see if that helps with my geometry in there at all. We'll add our standard 5mm trim. Sarah wants to know, what in the world are you putting? Not everything is made for Sarah. I know. Shocking news, I know. Um, Offset is an internal line. 5mm. I'm going to say okay to that. That gives me that trim zone that we like. Ooh, that went weird, didn't it? Why you gotta do that? Seriously. What the hell? You know what? Maybe I'm gonna put a little trim line right down here. I'll let you tell her. You're probably safer that way. We're gonna offset as an internal line. I don't know. Let's do cut and sews. Oh, it's better now. It got better. I'm gonna cut and sew these. Okay, that looks fine. I'm not crazy about that poly. I'm gonna add a little, just a teeny little inset here. And we'll cut and sew that. So that's a little better. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to nudge. Oh my God, look at all that stuff. I'm just going to nudge you a little. See if I can kind of get it to fix that a little bit. Nope. Maybe I'll offset an internal line that'll run about 7 through here. That kind of cleaned it up a little bit. I'll put one on the other side just to match it. So we'll do 7 and we'll reverse. We'll say okay to that. Did that go? I think that's better. I can't see anything. Okay, those are nice. I'm not crazy about what it did in here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I think that's good. Now I just need a simple. I have no idea where the frickin' nipple is on these things. I keep thinking they should be down here, and they're always somewhere up a little higher. So we're gonna cover the top like that and just strap it around. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bulge it up this way. I'm going to bulge it up this way and connect. And we are done with the bottom for right now. I think, is that looking good? I think we're going to freeze that. All right, we're going to sketch in a top here. There it is. Avatar pen. I'm going to start right here and I'm going to have it come in through here and we'll bring it around. And I'm going to give that maybe a 25 and then we'll bring it up and over. And I'm going to split that in the middle. Can I split you in the middle? I'm going to add points. Can I just do this? I don't think so. I think I got to redraw. I'll redraw the bottom half and then the top half. So that around and then try to bring it around. Oh man, that worked out pretty well. And then we'll do the top part. You got a new character for Arya. It's very hard to reset the scabbard and belt that you have fit to Genesis 9. Oh no. I think that's good. I'm going to sew these together and then we're just going to run like about a 1-inch band around the back. I'm going to rough that out. Let me see if I can. So I'm just going to bring you around through here, back around. And I only need that one measurement. I think those are good. All right, let's turn those into pattern pieces. So we got that one, got that one, got that one. That one I'm going to turn into a strap. That looks like a nice flat line. These are going to be 12.5. So here, let's do 1, 2, bring you around like that.
Chris,
3,
pay attention.
4. I'm busy. You said it was very, very hard. Not. It is very hard. Oh, you said, is it very hard? Oh, I don't know. It shouldn't be. I'm thinking how the scabbard, I mean, if the scabbard is just a prop, you should be able to just move it. Did I make the scabbard? I can't even remember now. I'm going to change the links on these. Yeah, I think the scabbard, I don't know about the belt. I forget how the belt was set up. Change length on that. We want that to be 12.5 because we're going to make 25 on the end of this. I'm going to set you to be 12.5. We're going to go that way. You made the sword, but you set the sword where it would fit in the belt and the scabbard for Genesis 8 version you have. Yeah, I don't remember how the belt and the scabbard on the Genesis 8 were built. Is the scabbard a prop or is it because I would have done the belt and then parented the scabbard to the belt. That's the way I do it. So the scabbards are just like floating props on a rigid follow node on the belt. And then I can adjust the connection point. And you are 12.5. I'm going to say okay to that. I'm going to convert you to a curve. I'm going to hope that's kind of good. Then we're going to copy this, flip it. Actually, you're not straight, are you? Damn it. You're not straight either. What the hell? Nothing straight in here, I swear to God. There we go. And now I gotta change the length on that again. I know. Do I have a copy of that belt? Do I need to take a look at that? I think I do. I'm gonna just do this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do a C and a V. I'm gonna flip the normals on this and turn it around. You can't remember how you did make the sword, but I gave you the Genesis 8 scabbard and belt, and you rated it somehow. All right, let me see if I've got that loaded in my. I think I still have a folder that we set that up in. I'm going to finish getting this in here from though. So you're going to look like that. And then I want this to kind of line up like that, which means I'm going to curve you out to there, bring you back a little in here, bring you back a little. I can't see. You know what? That's going to kind of work. All right, DAS has been activated. I think I still have that stuff in a directory nearby. Content library. I vaguely trench coat needle. There it is. Do I have anything in the needle folder? I do not have anything in the needle folder. Oh no. Can I not browse? Browse to. I could have sworn I had something in there still. Hold on. Let's see if we can figure out what I did. Projects. I think I called it needle. Maybe not. Am I in the right project? I am. Okay, so where did I put? All right, let's search the hard. Let's search the drive over on screen 2. Needle. OBJ. Should give me the directory. CS swords. That's where it is. Okay. Needle. Oh, I broke needle because I was testing it out. You know what? Let's unbreak needle. How did we do the scabbard? Oh, you know what? The scabbards. I think we just set the scabbard up next to the. Yeah, you know what? I think we were just positioning the scabbard next to the belt, weren't we? So if you can get the belt on the G9, you can just position the scabbard next to it. I think, if this is what the final was. Needle in scabbard. Oh, and this is a wearable. Oh, we put it on the other side. And so let me clear all of this out and we'll try this again. Needle and scabbard is a wearable. If you fit that to Genesis 9, you may have to redo there's a rigid follow node I can almost bet you in here, right there. So you may just have to reset up a rigid follow node and reparent this. So this is just a prop sitting next to the belt. So it should be easy enough. All right, so we're going to put that away. Go back to finishing this. Is that looking good? This is good. I think we're good. And then I just need a little strip here. We're going to go with 210. So I'm going to do 210 by 25. Let's say okay to that. Now we're going to get rid of all the schmutz we don't need anymore. So long, schmutz. And then we're going to sew these together. You're going to sew this to this, that to that. All right, let's position these. Let's disengage gravity. Gravity deactivated. There we go. All right, let's position. So this goes into the back. So we're run you kind of off to the side. Bring you back and over here. And it's going to want to come down here, but I'm going to force it. I'm going to pin it so that it sticks up there. And then these are probably in a good spot. And then we'll just duplicate everything. And then I just want to sew the back together. And then sew these edges in here. All right, let's see how that goes. It's about right. I told you that was going to happen. All right, I'm going to use some pins on avatars to get this to ride up higher. There we go. Tacks. It's tacks. I keep calling them pins, and it's tacks because pins is something else. Tack on avatar. So we're just going to kind of run these along through here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mirror this in Blender, I think. Actually, let's tack the other side on too. So back to tack on avatar. And I'm going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gets me about in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to line up right about there. There's one more. I'm going to pay attention to where that is. What do we got? 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. And that's setting up in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're sitting about in there. I think. Let's see how that goes. I think I'm up a little too high on those. Those I'm going to smooth out. All right, let's back this up and bring them down. We'll let it the edit 3D pen avatar. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to edit the tags. Edit tack. There we go. And you know what? I think maybe we'll just bring you in here, bring you down like so. And I gotta go take a look at the other side again. So this is 1, 2, 3, about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you down in here. Let's try that. Yeah, I think those are going to be fine. I'm going to take a little bit of this curve out, and then we'll add the trim. And that's going to kind of just be this modest decrement underneath. And then I think that's, and then we'll put the trim in here. We'll try to get the materials set up. We'll try to get a copy of this quickly thrown over into whatchamacallit, because I really do want to play around with texturing it today. I'm getting ahead of myself with the texturing, but that's okay. So I'm going to lessen these curves out a little bit. I should be able to just, what's that say? 242.6. So if I bring you up, make you a little flatter, say 3235.2. Let's see if we can try that over here. 238, 236, 2368, 235. 5, 4, probably close. And then if we strengthen these up, and I might be able to smooth this out with some ironing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Control H. Actually, that Control H does the trick. And then we'll just make sure you're sitting higher on the breasts, so I'm not inadvertently not covering the nipple. I don't mind if we got a little bit of under boob on these. I think that's going to be fine. So that's all being held in place with pins. It's probably going to be okay. I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to set a layer on that so the strings want to sit on top of it. And now let's put our trims in here. Boop, 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 be doop, and there, and through there, and offset is an internal line. 5. Okie dokie. And I went the wrong way because we had reverse chosen. Offset is an internal 5, but let's not reverse the direction. And we'll cut and sew that. Cut and sew. There we go. And I think, all right, let's set up. I'm going to cut and sew. If I cut and sew you, that breaks all my sewing, so I'm not going to do that. I may manually set this up as a separate surface, which means I'm going to like pop into Blender and manually select each of these polys and assign them to a material so they can be an edge. Because to do that in Marvelous Designer, I have to cut and sew this. And then when I do that, all the stuff I have sewn onto that's going to fall off. So we don't want to do that. That would be bad. Likewise, I'm going to do the same thing. We'll come through here and we'll assign it. We'll assign waist and we'll assign waist trim to some of these polys in here. And so we'll do that on the Blender side. So string, color, waist. I'm going to set up a couple of, so I can do the top edge of the collar, and we'll do the top edge of the waist. So that's safe to do. So I can cut and sew that, and that'll become collar trim. And I'll just drop you onto there. And here, let's set these colors up. So let's get our materials set up. And then we'll arrange everything. And I think, see, this got a little janked. I'll have to just maybe, are you frozen? You're frozen. Let's unfreeze you so I can kind of move you. Oh, you're janked because there's no gravity. Let's get some gravity back in here. Just a pinch. Just so that wants to settle down. You still don't want to settle down, do you? Oh well, we'll get back to you. Okay, waist needs a trim. Okay, we're gonna add, I need a bottom. You need a bottom trim. Okay, we need a top. We need a top trim. I think that's all I need. Yeah, all right, let's assign these out. These should all stay. So let's get the colors set up. So string, collar, collar trim, waist, waist trim, bottom, bottom trim, top, and top trim. All right, which tool am I using? So I'm going to make all of that top trim. And then this is all going to be top. Okay, is good. You are waist. I'm going to do cut and sew on that. And then we make you waist trim. Okay, you're the bottom. Actually, let's do, it's easier to kind of do bottom trim and then do bottom because it's easier to drag and drop onto the big areas than the small areas. And I think that is it. All right, let's arrange this stuff so it's all nice and neat. I'm just going to put the strings up there. Let's put maybe the bottom in over here. Look at the collar. Actually, you know what? Maybe we put the collar here and we'll run the bottom and the top, and I'll see where I can fit the waist in. All right. So if I line you up like so and just bring you so you're right in there, you're not quite fitting. Maybe we bring it over and up a little bit. That'll probably be okay. Um, Grab the top. Oops, damn it. Let's try that again. Kind of get you lined up in there. And you know what? If I put that up there and then we'll put the bottom in over here. And put this waistband up on top of everything. Actually, it might be better to put the waistband here and then snuggle in. So I'm thinking maybe we put the waistband there. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna move this to here and we'll pull these two. Did I get it all? And then I'll stick the waistband in here. And try to get these to kind of sit in there. Okay, so I think I've got some excess space here. And if I tighten these up, so my constraint is, oh, anyhow, let's see how this is looking. This might be good enough. All right, reset the 2D arrangement. Fit to 01, say okay. Oh, I actually got the excess room on the top. And I'm touching right there, so I don't want to do that. And I think I want to close these up. And I can tighten all of this up, but I'm still going to end up with space on the top unless I stack this up better and tighten this up and move this in over here somewhere. Okay, I want to try to get this UV mapping done in 8 minutes. So, all right, so we're going to snuggle all of this up. Like that. So I do want, see, I don't want to, I accidentally grabbed part of the bottom there, so I'm going to move you out of the way. So I can select you. And I want you to be butted up against the other pattern piece. I don't really want to seam. And did you not grab everything? Seriously? You stupid, janky program. All right, we're just going to undo that because the big box didn't get selected. All right, let's try this. There we go. And then I'm going to snug that in. Oh. So we're going to add this to that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this is sitting lined up on this edge right here. Just like that. And then we'll just nudge this up just so it's just above. Like so. And it did, this is a weird error. fix that. What I'm going to do is I have to nudge all these points and then put them back to get the fills back in. Okay, so that is good. Ah, look at that. Those are all up there still. We'll do the same thing we just did with these. Nudge and nudge back. So I'm going to line this up so it lines up on here. Oh no, what are you? God damn it. The janky selection tool missed shit again. I don't even know what you belong to. I think you go there. Oh, I missed one. There's another one down in here. And of course I did it over here. There we go. There's the benefit of nudging everything 10 millimeters at a time. If I screw something up, it's easy to grab and fix. All right, let's grab all of you. And what I want to do is make sure that this edge lines up with this far point here. Like that. And then I'm just going to run you this way until it fits in somewhere. I'm probably going to have to, but I think I've got the room up there for that from what we were seeing earlier. So that's just going to go. So I'm going to bring you way wide because I need to get you out of the way of these while I pack these up. So we're going to tighten these down. I'm going to nudge it out towards the edge a little bit. Let's make this a little tighter. Just grab this. And we're going to bring you out like so. Why are my trim pieces floating weird like that? God damn it. You can come into here. And then I think I can get you out of the way of the collar. And I think I can bring the collar down. You know what? I'm going to put the collar in here and we're going to move the bottom up. Until it's not overlapping the collar. It's running out of memory. Stupid program ate all my VRAM. Let me see. We should have an autosave. Let's see how far away we are. I should have saved right after the buffer error, although I don't know if I could have saved at that point. Autosave. Yes, please. It's not too far. I've lost maybe 5 minutes in there, but that's okay. It goes a lot quicker the second time. We're going to do a save as project, and I'm going to save you up to your presets. You're not presets, you're string. Why don't you remember where I was? Projects. There we go. Was I just sticking you in dresses? I should stick you in burlesque. I'm going to stick you in burlesque. I think it was in dresses. I'm going to put it in dresses and I'm going to move it to burlesque later on. Because I think they're stringy. 5/9/26. There we go. Diamond drops. That's what we're calling you. Okay. Oh my God. What are you doing over there? You freaking hell spawn, you. Oh no, it's you're the one that's broken. All right, I can just move you. Did you snap right? It looks like you did. Okay. And we got to fix all these stupid. Oh, and I got to fix these things. Damn it. Damn it to heck. Well, at least they're easy to see now. And I got four of them in here. Those two are good. One, two, one, two. Okay, those are good. You should have one, two, and three. And they should just nudge up two. Like a so. Let's fix of these. I used the wrong selection tool. Okay, that is good. Did I not fix that? Where are all my little... Why are these internal lines all in the wrong spot? What the hell? Seriously? Oh, I know what happened. Yo, DJ Ray. It's coffee. I've got coffee in my mug. We be boring that way today. You know what? I need to give that a little room so I can see what I'm doing. I have to select all of... Arg. That one got lost. Did I not just select? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to try to back up here a little ways. To right there. Now, can I just select these and put them back into place? I think that should be good. What's the cat's name? The cat is Havoc. And we're supposed to get her half brother or cousin maybe tomorrow. And the other one's going to be Hector. All right, let's get this lined up. Let's put these back into place. Let's do a quick save here. Those have floated away. Why? I don't know. think that's going to be good. All right. Now we'll get the bottom into place. Oh, it's 2:34. I lost time with the crash. I think we're good. I think I still got a lot of extra space at the top, but I can't really. This is what drives the length of this is what's driving the width of the UV map. And I don't want to actually pull that apart or anything weird like that. Split it in half because that'll just give me real woes texturing later on. Let's hit save. Let's go take a look at the UV editor and reset, fit, okay. See, I still got a lot of extra room, but I can't really do anything about it because I don't want to change that length. I think this is going to be good. I have to rerun the sim because it went crazy in the meantime in the background. Also, we want to get the run the sim with the strings. So we're good to that. And I'm going to switch back. I don't need to be seeing this wireframe anymore. I don't need to be seeing that wireframe anymore. And okay, we're going to do this in steps. So there's the top. Is snapped back into place. Did I lose my pins? I seem to have lost some of my pins. I'm going to freeze you. I'm going to go back into the 2D view. Can I squish you over? Squishy, squishy, squishy. Nope. Can I squish you over? Nope. Why is it the important windows I can make super small, but the not quite as important windows I'm stuck with the size? Why ask why? Control K, we're gonna freeze that. All right, I'm gonna settle, we're gonna relax out the waist and the bottom again. So we're going to, yeah, my partner chose them. Decided that that's what you wanted to call them. All right, that looks good. We're gonna freeze that. I think the collar is looking good. So we're gonna freeze that. Let's get these back into play and let's hope for the best. Um, oh no, look at that hot mess that it became when I was shuffling things around. Arg. All right, can we, I think I just have to activate. We'll do this. We'll see. I may have to flatten this stuff out and reposition it. I think that's totally what I'm going to need to do. Okay, we're going to set the top to be at layer -1. So that the string wants to go on top of that. Let's put the gravity back to full. I'm gonna so let's stop that. Let's take these. Now let's do them one at a time. Let's take this set. Did I get just the and Control F? So why are you not coming out flat now? Last time I did this, it was in a nice, neat shape. Now it's deciding, nah, fuck neat. I'm gonna hide those. Actually, let me set this one up over here. I don't know if I selected everything. I did. We'll Control H that. No, we'll Control F that. move you over here. I'm going to hide this. We're going to fix the strings on the front part. So deactivate pattern and sewing and hide. And then we'll just do this. Control F. Nope. See that there? Didn't work. Oh, see, that looks nice. Why couldn't the other ones do that? What the hell, dog? Well, at least some of them worked. And you left one because your selection is garbage. All right. I'm going to redo those. And we're going to let that kind of settle in. I think that looks good. We're going to freeze that up. And I hope that stays frozen in place, because this program really doesn't like freezing stuff in place. You know, it pretends freezing does something. And I missed a bunch of these. Dang it. Here's where the shitty selection tool is painful. All right, you know what? I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to zoom in and do this. I think that's good. All right. Activate those. Make them visible. Let's see how this goes. I had two that insisted on going between the legs. So we'll try this again. We're just gonna are you gonna control F this time? Okay. We're gonna reposition these so that they don't want to go between the legs again. All right, let's try that. Hard. It's heading for the middle of the leg. No. Did you hear that? It actually said, fuck you. I know where you want me to go, and I'm not going to do it, bro. All right, let's try that. That's a bit better. Let me see if I can pull you. And these are all janky in the back. I don't know, maybe if I strengthen them up. And see if that'll settle things out. Oh, the back is such a hot mess. God damn it. I'm not going to get to substance stage just because this thing just doesn't want to reset right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try copying this. So these are looking fine. So I'm going to see if I can get away with linked editing those because I think I had that set up. Come on, get that last one. There you go. Put you right in there. And then I need to just pull these out so they're not like that there. And like that there. Then I'll grab all of those, bring them to life, give them a little body. Oh, that is so much better. I just saved myself a... Oh no, what are you doing in there? Let's see if I can... Which side are you? I don't even know. There you are. Why did you crawl? There we go. That's what we want. All right, now I gotta fix the top. Yo, there's the shout out for DJ Ray. All right, let's freeze this. And let's concentrate on getting these back into shape. Can I control F that? I don't know why I would think I could do that. Just freaking insane thinking that the shortcut key would actually do something. That's actually a nice shape though. Chris, you have not fixed his shout out yet. I didn't. Oh, I haven't. Yeah, it just makes the noise, doesn't it? I heard it. I heard it. You didn't hear it? I gotta check why you wouldn't have heard that. Oh, could be. I don't know. I'm gonna blame Mitch. There you go. That worked. You turned the wrong way. Oh, that's what it's doing. I get it now. They got slid when they did the F thing. I got one too many there. So you're gonna go like that. All right, I'm gonna hide this. We're gonna get those in place. All right, let's see if these go. Oh, you're just all kinds of. Oh, you're. I got the front twisted around. Oh, and they're like weird flipped. Erg. Erg. It's twisting itself into a weird knot. Because when I did the F, it reordered them. Strange. Right? I have no idea what it's doing there. I think, can I just do. You know what? That works. And I'll put you up there. And I think I just. I did not move you. Oh, for fuck's sake. And then. I don't know. Are these the back? I can't tell what I'm doing anymore. See, that didn't go anywhere. The order on these is all backwards. You know, I kind of like need this over here, this over here. That goes there. Otherwise, they're getting themselves twisted because of the weird way it decided to flatten them out. Somebody much smarter than me obviously wrote that part of the code. You know, because a dumb bunny like me would have just set them up like the pattern. I think that kind of cleans those up a little bit. I can't tell what it did with the flattening on those. That's just insanity. Um, Anyhow, let's try this. And they're all backwards. Oh, I have to reorder these too. I should have been done already. Except Marvel's designers janked everything. I don't know what you're doing, man. Because I had all of this stuff and I had it frozen, but of course it didn't keep frozen where it was. And you go all the way over here. Dang it. There's a case where I selected on something and I moved something else. See, I selected on that, grabbed the gizmo, and it moved the thing underneath it instead. And then I have to twist all of these so those ends are out over here. And I'm hoping the bottom doesn't shift too much. Goes without saying that it's going to shift because frozen isn't actually that solid. Oh, but you touched the pattern piece. I don't know. Where am I? Oh, come on, bro. I'm almost done. And now it's getting really... I'm out of VRAM again. Marvel's designer just sucks up the VRAM. I can sit here and just move the cursor and it will grab VRAM until there's no more VRAM. With nothing in the scene, just moving a cursor around is all it takes to use up all the graphics memory. All right, I think we're going to try this. Let me hit save. Okay, let's try this. Let's undo that. I have no idea why it flew off like that. Do I got my gravity on? I got my gravity on. Yo, antisocial, how are you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Maybe we get you in closer. I'm making a stringy outfit. And Marvel's designer hates me for it. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, what I need to do is set that. We're going to set this to be a layer. So it'll force the strings to come out on top. See, that got twisted. I hate you. I really hate you. Okay, are you untwisted now? You're kind of untwisted, but you're gonna flop around all goofy like and shit. All right, we're gonna stop that. It looks like I got solidify on there, so that's probably not helping. Let's try this again. Let's re-click on this. Let's unsolidify. And actually, let's try this. And the idea is to try to get this to fit. It was looking so good earlier, but now it hates me. That might be okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to freeze that up and we'll bring in the other and we'll see if we can. I got 2 minutes left and I didn't get anywhere near substance because of this. I was practically done until I realized that it went and broke all the strings. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's hit save on that. I'm going to just freeze all of these. Maybe not. Try that again. I missed the ones at the bottom because of course I did. Okay, let's bring these back. I selected the wrong ones. All right, I missed the ones at the bottom again. And I missed the ones at the top, despite the fact we had clearly drawn our marquee selection way past both of these. You know what, I'm just gonna put a layer on that, see how it goes. What's going on here? Arg. Arg. Did I deactivate? Did I activate? Is that what my problem was? Did I forget to activate you? And I missed the bottom ones again. Activate. All right, I'm going to unsolidify and we're going to strengthen. And we're going to strengthen. And that's not coming through the thing that it's supposed to be coming through. Oh, these are on the wrong. You know what? I see what I'm doing. This can't be layer 1. This needs to be layer 2 or layer 0. And I'm going to set the other one to layer 1. And I'm going to hit save before I resim this. And damn it, I missed the two bottom ones again. Look at where my marquee is. And yet we don't select that garbage at the bottom. Frickin'. Do I get the right ones? I do. So you're going to be I'll make you layer 5. We're going to bring you back to life. We're going to do this. Come on. Come on. Get above that. Get above it. What do you think you are? You're layer 0. So why are you not? Why are you insisting on staying above? God damn it. Once again, I clicked on the gizmo and selected the thing behind it. Frick. It's probably past 4 now. It is past 4. I'm going to get this done, though. See, that's better. I'm not getting the good droop over the breast that I got before. Maybe I just need to make that a little bit longer. And look at the stupid thing is refusing to get underneath like it's supposed to back here. I'm just going to move those out, settle them in, and then we're going to call it a day right about there, I think. I still got a little more tweaking to do. Mostly because I want to get some of these to hang down further, and they just aren't. Now that I've got that top in there, it's kind of janked things up a little bit. I think what I need to do is just maybe add a little bit more length in here because it is sitting on this top row. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to move you over 1, 2. That was me trying to zoom in while it was busy. 1. I got both of them. What the hell? Because I grabbed the wrong thing. All right, let's try this again. There's the nudge I was looking for. So I'm going to bring that out a little bit like that. I'm going to slide you a little bit forward because when I make these longer, they're going to overlap and twist funny if I don't. I'm going to just take you, bring you that way, you, bring you that way, and let's see how this goes. So I'm trying to get a little more length so these will relax over the breast a little bit better, like that. I like that. All right, this is good. I might tweak these a little bit. Nah, it's looking fine. Anyhow, that's where we are. Um, I'm going to maybe call this diamond drops or something. And it's going to be basically a top with an under top that you don't necessarily need, and a bottom, and the bottom's got a, but you can hide that. So that's where we are. Let's going to call it a day here. I will be back. What is it? Monday? We will be back Tuesday. Let's hit save on this. Now comes the pain of fitting it to the other Genesises. 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 Anyhow, yeah, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. It was good to see you, Antisocial. We have CS Bond in the house. DJ Ray popped in here, and I think Napsmore's probably lurking, because that's what Napsmore does. Anyhow, Twitch TV, I lost my page. Am I on? What the hell? There I am. All right, let's find somebody to raid. Hey, if you're on YouTube, thanks. Like and subscribe. and if you're on Twitch, feel free to stick around for the raid. I'm probably going to tweak this a little bit to get it to sit on the breast maybe a little bit more. But other than that, we're pretty close to being done here. Then get it over the DAS and then texture it. So I don't know if I'm going to get to texturing it. We'll probably work on texturing tomorrow night because I'm still trying to finish up the rose blade outfit and submit that one to Daz. So I still have to do a bunch of promos and actually get it uploaded. So we're doing that. So let's see who is on Twitch. I'm scrolling down to the bottom of my follow list, and I'm going to work my way back up. Brontosaurus Saver's on. That's who we're probably going to raid, Bronto Saver. Because I've been raiding her incessantly. But anyhow, I'm just going to roll up and make sure there's nobody else that I really should raid instead of Bronto. Strange Lemon Art is also a good friend. She raided me a little while back, and I clicked on the wrong thing. Damn it. We'll go over and say hi to Bronto Saver. We'll do that. She's a close art friend. So thank you all. And we got the raid calls. If you can stick around for the raid, that would be awesome. That's if you're not a sub. That's if you are a sub. Do that. And let's do this. I still don't, I have a new product at Daz. I want to show that off real quick. The Savannah outfit is finally up at Daz. Released just a day after the pirate outfit. So I'm not going to see it because I'm logged in as me. But I have to scroll down here. It's somewhere in here. No, I'm not going to see it because I'm logged in as me. I have to hide items I own because it treats the items I updated. There it is. D4 Savannah outfit now available at Daz. Yay! You can get it for the low, low price of $15.39, plus all the other bonuses you get. And also yesterday, the Seawolf outfit came out. So check those out if you're buying stuff at Daz. And with that, did I do the disc? I haven't done the discredit yet, have I? Nope, I gotta get that fixed. All right. Anyhow, let's do this. Let's go raid somebody. Let's raid our friend Bronto Saver. Control C, and we'll do this. And I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll probably, hopefully, be working on the textures for this at that point. Slash raid, Control V. There we go. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're all having a good Twilight Zone day. And yeah, hasta la vista, baby.